All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm so excited for this deep dive.
Yeah, this should be fun.
We're going to be looking at a new AI tool called NotebookLM
Yeah.
from Google. And NotebookLM,
Yeah, you got it.
okay. And it's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So we found this article.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Pretty cool.
It was in Spanish, though.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, I can kind of get the gist, but luckily we have our amazing translation team.
Yeah, they're great.
And so the article is called
I think it was something like,
He probado la IA de Google que transforma PDFs en podcasts en segundos.
Yep.
Los resultados son impresionantes.
yeah, that's the one.
Which basically means I tested the Google AI that transforms PDFs into podcasts in seconds. The results are impressive.
Right.
So I don't know about you, but I was immediately intrigued.
Oh, yeah, me too. I mean, PDFs, those can be a slog, right?
Yeah.
I mean, especially...
Like, who's got time to read, like, a whole textbook or, a big, long research paper?
No, but...
I mean, at least not me.
But the idea of, like, turning these into podcasts, or at least, like, audio summaries that I can just listen to on the go,
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
Huge.
I mean, that could totally change the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, imagine, like, you're commuting to work or, out for a run.
Yeah.
And you can just catch up on the latest research or finally get through that, that dense history book.
Oh, that's a great point.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, you could learn so much more
Absolutely.
without even, like, having to sit down and read.
Exactly.
So, we both read this article. And, the thing that really jumped out at me was, this tool, it doesn't just, like, summarize the PDF.
Right. Yeah.
Pull out the main points or whatever.
It actually creates a podcast-style
Yeah.
audio summary.
With two AI voices, like, actually having a conversation.
It's wild.
It's like listening to, a couple of experts discussing the topic.
Right.
Like, they've actually read the whole thing.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and they're like, they're pulling out the key insights and making connections and even debating certain points.
Yeah.
Like a real back and forth.
Yeah, like a real conversation.
Which is so much more engaging than just listening to like a robot voice reading a summary.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what really makes this tool so special, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's not just about, condensing information. It's
Right.
about making it accessible and engaging.
And understandable.
Understandable. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because, I mean, let's face it, some of these PDFs,
Yeah.
they can be super dense and technical.
Absolutely.
Right.
And even for, like, experts in the field,
Yeah,
I mean, it can be hard to wade through all that jargon.
totally.
So to have a tool that can break it down and explain it in plain language,
Yes.
that's a huge help.
Yeah, it is.
For everybody.
Yeah, and the article actually had this really cool example.
Oh, yeah.
They fed NotebookLM a scientific study about sleep deprivation.
Right.
Which, sounds super boring.
It's not the most exciting topic
Right.
on the surface.
But the AI turned it into this, like, witty back and forth between these
Yeah.
two AI voices.
Right.
And they were, like, joking about needing coffee to stay focused.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was, like, actually entertaining
Yeah.
to listen to.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, who would have thought that a scientific study on sleep deprivation
Right.
could be funny,
I know.
but they pulled it off,
They did it.
which I think speaks to the potential of this tool.
Absolutely.
It's not just about, summarizing information. It's about presenting it
In a way.
in a way that's
Engaging.
engaging and relatable.
And human. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're having a conversation with a friend
Exactly.
who's really smart
Yeah.
and knows a lot about the topic,
Right.
but they can also, like, make you laugh,
Yeah.
which is a pretty rare combination.
I mean, that's the thing that's so exciting about this whole AI thing, right? It's not just about, like, automating tasks or, crunching numbers.
Right.
It's about, like, augmenting our own abilities
Yes.
and making us more creative and more productive.
And making information more accessible to everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, think about students who are auditory learners
Right.
or people who struggle with reading, or maybe they just don't have a lot of time to sit down and read.
Yeah,
This tool could be a game changer for them.
absolutely.
They could suddenly access all this information
Yeah.
that was previously, like, locked away in these dense PDFs.
Right.
And it would be presented in a way that's actually engaging and easy to understand.
I mean, it could democratize knowledge in a way that we've never seen before.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, everyone learns differently.
Exactly.
And some people just learn better by listening
Right.
than by reading.
Yeah, so this could be like a huge breakthrough for them.
Totally.
I mean, it could open up all sorts of opportunities.
Yeah. And the author of the article, they actually mentioned that they use NotebookLM
Yeah.
to generate audio summaries
Mm.
of, like all sorts of complex topics, like
Right.
scientific
Yes.
papers and legal documents.
Hmm.
And they were really impressed with how it was able to like pull out the key insights
Yeah.
and present them in a clear, concise way.
Yeah, and even like make connections between different ideas
Right.
that they hadn't even thought of before.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Now, of course, it's not perfect.
Right.
The article did mention that it's still in its early stages.
It is still experimental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can sometimes make mistakes.
Yeah. And like I said, it's currently limited to English,
Yeah.
which is a bummer for all those Spanish speakers out there.
Right.
But hopefully they'll add more languages soon.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But, even with those limitations,
Yeah.
the potential is huge.
Oh, it's huge.
This could really change the way we consume information,
Yeah, absolutely.
And think about this, the fact that we're discussing an AI tool
Right.
that generates audio summaries.
Mm-hmm.
And this deep dive itself
Yeah.
is essentially an audio summary.
Well, an article
Right.
about that tool.
It's pretty meta.
It's very meta.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we're living in the future.
I know, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious, what do you think
About what?
about all this?
Yeah.
I mean, like, how do you see yourself using a tool like NotebookLM?
Oh, man. Like, the possibilities are endless.
Right.
I mean, I could see myself using it to like prep for meetings
Yeah.
where I need to like understand a complex report or
Or a presentation.
a presentation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like you're saying, finally getting through that dense historical text
Yeah.
that I've been meaning to read, or
Right.
even like just for fun,
Yeah.
like learning about a new topic
Oh, yeah.
that I'm interested in.
Yeah. I mean, what about you?
Oh, me too. Yeah, definitely all those things. But also I think about like the implications for like education.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's a big one.
Like imagine if students could get audio summaries of their textbooks.
That would be amazing,
Right.
especially for those who struggle with reading.
Yeah, or even for those who don't. I mean, it would just make learning so much more accessible and engaging.
Yeah, and efficient.
And efficient.
Yeah, that
I mean, you could like listen to a summary of a chapter
Right.
while you're walking to class
you're correct.
or, working out or whatever.
And then when you get to class,
Yeah.
you're already like up to speed.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
And you could actually like participate in the discussion.
Right, and like ask intelligent questions.
Yeah, instead of just like trying to catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I mean, it could revolutionize education.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And it's not just education, right?
Oh,
I mean,
right.
think about like news consumption.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Instead of having to wade through like a bunch of long articles
You could just listen to an audio summary.
of the top stories.
Yeah.
And get all the key information.
In like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a game changer for people who are like, busy
Right. Oh,
and don't have a lot of time.
Or people who just prefer to listen to news
Yeah.
rather than reading it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's how a lot of people get their news these days.
Yeah, through podcasts and
Yeah.
audiobooks.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So this could be like the next evolution of that.
I mean, it could be huge.
Yeah. And even beyond like, practical applications.
Yeah.
You think about the creative possibilities,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like imagine using this tool
yeah.
to generate like audio stories
Oh, wow.
or even like screenplays.
That's a cool idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you could feed it a novel
Right.
and it could create like an audio drama.
With different voices and sound effects.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Right. Or you could give it a historical account and it could create like a documentary.
Wow.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
They really are.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
So, you know, I think what we're seeing here is that AI,
Yeah.
it's evolving beyond just like crunching data
Right.
and, automating tasks.
Yeah.
It's becoming like a storyteller,
Yeah.
a teacher.
A conversation partner.
Yeah,
It's pretty wild.
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And it's something that we all need to like pay attention to
Absolutely.
because it's going to have a huge impact on our lives.
Yeah. I mean, it already is.
It is.
Yeah.
So as you go about your day,
Yeah.
keep NotebookLM in mind.
Yeah. I mean,
Imagine the
the
possibility.
possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you use this tool?
How would it change your life?
Yeah. Let's keep this conversation going.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, this was a great one.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
And we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.